Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to another, and not just another, but the final roster breakdown for Season 2 MLL. It's going to be a Nova 8. TJ, take it away. Who are we talking about? What's the roster? And what have they been up to?
Okay, so the starter roster that we have here is Team Captain Ottoman on tank. We have Omapel Rogon, 2 DP as the off tank, 2 DPS of Fruz, Laji, and then the support is Bang. 2 subs are Haze and Veggie2 on the support.
Right.
But sub, I have made that mistake in every single video. Sub.
Right.
Yes.
So these guys have been doing pretty consistent and pretty well in the World Lore tournament. In fact, week 7 was their best week, you said?
Yes, week 7 they got through to the I'm gonna say, yeah, it's double elimination. So they were in the winners bracket. They lost the winners final. Then they went up against Eden in the losers final and lost that as well. But still, that's pretty damn good.
And Eden
for your first week.
Didn't they? Another
Eden
win for
eventually
Eden.
won it.
Yeah, there's a surprise, right? So
yeah, and then week 8 they got to the winners semi-final.
yeah, so you know they're having strong runs as well, and again consistent runs. The only one of the tournaments they're not actually doing is actually ESL. They've only had what, 1, maybe 2 showings in that league in the ESL.
Yes, there was only 1 appearance by them. As I go and quickly, hastily try and bring it up, and it was a elimination in the first round.
Who was that to? Let me guess. Eden.
I'm trying, Jay. I'm trying. It's loading.
That's all
right. Come on.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was Eden.
It was. You can tell how much I've prepared for this, can't you?
That's right. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. Don't worry, Teach. Total professionalism. It's perfect. You're doing great.
I'm doing fantastic. Okay, right.
So
Come on, it's gotta be this.
Find a tournament. Click bracket.
Yeah.
There we go. You
There
got
we go.
it.
Right,
Yeah.
and guess who they lost to, Jay? Eden!
Eden!
In
What a
the first
surprise! See, I knew it already because I was already sitting there. I just wanted to make you do work. I even give you the hint. I said, I wonder who they lost to, you know?
Right.
Eden. Right. Like, come on, I even give it to you. So, yeah, again, this is another team that was voted upon to come into the league. Overwhelming votes, actually. In fact, there was only a couple of teams that really, you know, votes went 50-50 on. But Nova 8 is a team that has been performing. They are doing well in the World Lore tournament. They are consistently scrimming. Again, another team putting in a lot of work. Now, where do we rank these guys? Now, we've talked over the series a lot about Brufy and Ico doing really well this season because of their new roster changes and what they've brought to the table, right? Let's face it, both these teams are now fielding their best ever roster in their Paladins careers. Nova 8 is at the same level, but we don't know much about their roster. I've not heard of them. Allegedly, I think I've heard of, but the rest of them, I have not. You know, they're unknown to myself. So
for the encyclopedia knowledge of Jay, that is something as well.
If I don't know the players, then they haven't been showing up in tournaments. They haven't been consistently putting in performances. But then they just started appearing for the World Lore tournament, and that's when I noticed them. And I was like, okay, they're doing okay. Let's see how well they do. They've had a couple of quarterfinals. They've made semi-finals, winner semi-finals. Then they went into the winners bracket, lost out to Eden again, I might add. So, and this is why everybody's like, well, why have you got Eden pegged? Well, I don't know. They beat everybody and they're winning everything. You know, kind of, hello. So, to me, Nova 8 are a bit of an unknown team. And they're the dark horse of the MLL right now. So, like, you asked me a couple of videos ago, all right, I know a couple of breakdowns ago that you breakdowns. You see that? Nobody got that pun. Nobody got that. You didn't even get it. If Wuffy was here, he'd have got it. Come on. Couple of
Wuffy would be laughing maniacally, muting his mic as he has to go and take a breath. Like, no, that one went straight over my head.
Yeah. So, you know, they've been putting in performances and stuff, but I think this is a team that you asked me does this team have something to prove? I think they do. Right? You're going up against some of the best tier 3 teams in the world. Okay? And I make that a statement, not lightly, because we're the only tier 3 major league in the world for Paladins. Right? Don't know what's going on with World War Tournament, ESL, anybody can sign up to Esports War, anybody can sign up to Battlefly, anybody can sign up to. We're the only one with prize pool. You know, where does it go? You know? So I think, yes, Nova8 have a lot to prove. They're coming into this league. They need to show. They need a very good showing. They're fighting a set. No, they're not. Oh, we just went over this. Who are they fighting in the first week on the schedule? Essential?
Very fair. It's Carrot.
Carrot Judgment, right. Now, they've had wins over Carrot Judgment, and Carrot Judgment have, I think it goes 60-40 in favour of Carrot Judgment on win-to-loss ratio in tournament play. I think they yeah, it goes. I think Carrot Judgment have pipped them a few times, but Nova8 have beat them in tournament play as well. So, again, now, saying that, I've got Neverburn, Carrot Judgment, Eden all the way up. Nova8 on tournament play have not beaten. They may have took a map, but in a set they've never beaten Eden. Right? But they have beat Carrot Judgment. Now, we're going back to my predictions. I've got Carrot Judgment up there second or third. So Nova8, if they get they get off to a good start. Now, the way the league works. We have that point system, right? And I just want to reiterate that for this video so that people understand how important this league actually is with its rule set, its point system, and the way the games are scheduled, right? So, week 1, you've got week 1, week 4, and week 6 and 7 are the most important weeks, right? You're on a point, 3 points for a win, 2 points each for a draw, 1 point for a loss. But why are you rewarding people for a loss? We have comeback mechanic in the game. We have comeback mechanic in the league, right? Further down the line, you know, so all right, for whatever reason, Eden loses their first round matchup in week 1, then proceed to annihilate everybody all the way up to week 4. Then they take another loss. Those 2 losses only net them 2 points, right? And the people that are biting them, that's 3 points. That is a step back. That means switching and swapping around in the league table, right? Now, come to week 6 and 7. We saw it in week 6 and 7 where we had Crisis and Bloodlust and Shazoo. No, but it was those 3 teams, actually. There was only a couple of points. We needed Infected Dragons to beat Bloodlust, and Shazoo had to beat Crisis. Remember? So,
yes.
Yeah. And then coming into week 7 or week 6 and 7, which are very, very important positional points, should we say? I'm expecting Nova8. I kind of want to say mid-table, but they need to get off to a good start. I think that like week 1's going to tell. Week 1 and week 2 are going to tell us how this team does, right? And that's going to set the pace for them. I think that's my belief. So, your thoughts and predictions for season 2 for this team?
Yeah, the first game against Carrot Judgment is going to be the most telling. Of course, with Carrot Judgment, with the experience that they've had, it's going to be a really nice benchmark to see where it sort of plays. And I do like that you brought up the legacy point system as well that we use. Only league that will actually do that. You know, where if you're losing a game, you still get at 1 point, and it's still okay. You do get something out of it. But here's the thing: those points, they do add up. But when you come across to week 6 and 7, you're thinking, hang on, you know, that result in week 2, that might have cost them something. That win in week 3 might have got a team to playoffs just in week 3, in how the points work.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, it's because Nova to me are such an unknown team. I've had to, in my little ranking and predictions, I have got them in 8th place, and that is only, and I say it's only because I don't know much about the team. So I don't know enough to actually have an accurate prediction of where they should go.
So for me, I've got a mid-table. I think. I don't think I put them like too far down. I didn't put them too far up. I've got a mid-table for the simple fact that I've seen what they have done. Like every team, I will research. I will research the players. Now, Nova8 came in at the second to last team, and I was a bit confused because I hadn't seen this team, and I'm like, "Who are you? And where did you just come from?" Have a sick banner, you know, the sick red and white and black.
Oh, logo.
Wise,
if this league was decided on logos, they win. Yeah, flat out win, stomp through completely. Yeah. Like,
you know what,
hands out.
Do you know what we should do? You know what we should do for season 3 at the end of the year? End of the year, yeah. Drop in hints there. Is have a cutesy logos only for season 3. Yeah. You've got to have your team logo, but you've got to have like cutesy anime style. Yeah, I'm in. I'm in. Let's go. I was going to lead off to something else, but we've got to keep it PG-13. But yeah, I think before we go into the close out this series and close out this video, I just want to say a couple of things about Nova8. That I think they're going to be one of those dark horse teams that again can produce, but at the same time, depending how the league starts from, if they take a heavy loss like 4-0, that could demoralize them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty heavy. Like, and they could get what they start worrying. And like I say, there's so much, and with all the new stricter rules for season 2, like I'm expecting some teams to not even show up sometimes. Oh, we can't field a roster. You know, oh, someone's being late. We have to DQ them. Rules are rules. It's being strict. It's a professional league now. So you know, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on the rule set, and I think that's something. Oh, we've got a big, massive meeting that all the rules are going to be going over again. But I think if Nova8 show up, they'll perform. I can't see them making playoffs. I can't. No, not with you know.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
for
hard
me, it's going to be. I think for me, I don't. I mean, I've ranked them 8 based on my knowledge of them. But if I'm thinking about how the league's going to go, it's that's top 3 that we've both predicted. I think that's just a solid top 3.
Oh, Eden, Neverburn.
That's Eden, Neverburn, and Character Judgment, not in any particular order. I don't see Nova8 breaking into that top 3. But when you're going down into that last place playoff thing, where we kind of like. I'm like switching between Essential and Brutal Fisher for that spot. I think Nova8 could. No, they could scrape through it because obviously this week is not decided in this league is not decided in 1 week. It's decided as your point system goes across. Now, if a Nova8 start taking game, like if they maybe get a draw against one of the top 3 teams, could happen. It has happened in. Season 1 for a bit of an upset.
The games are best of 2, right? So the games are best of 2, and you only get to play 2. Like, there's no best of 3.
Yeah. So if let's say they draw against one of the top 3 teams, and then they get a result against Essential and Brutal Fisher, all of a sudden that 4th place, that final slot for playoffs, that becomes spicy.
Yeah, very. And we saw it in season 1. We had like 2 or 3 draws in season 1, so we know it will happen. You know what I really want to see a draw out of? Eden, Character Judgment. Eden, Character Judgment, but yeah, Character Judgment, Eden, Burn, Neverburn, and Character Judgment. Like all 3 of them teams, when they fight each other, it all comes down to draws. Like then every game matters.
Yeah, we're just like this is the game that will decide who is going to be the best out of these teams. Then they go and draw.
Now,
it's like, oh, come on,
the league
guys.
is actually decided on a complete point system, like your for and against, how many points you got. Was it 4-1? Was it 4-2? Was it 4-3? Like the closer the games, the better chances you have. Like if you stomp everybody, you're going to be miles up. Like obviously, but when it comes down to a couple of draws going on, so say Nova8 and Brutal Fisher draw, but Brutal Fisher in their game that they won went 4-1 against them, and Nova8 against Brutal Fisher went 4-3. Brutal Fisher take it in the way the point works. So you know, there's a lot that happens in the league. So when you think of it, it's a completely well structured league, but there's so much that can happen, and I think I'm excited. It's took me over a year now to iron out everything. Like I said, we took what we learned in season 1, we put it into season 2, and I think that is the one thing that really defines what this league is, and all these teams can win it, especially in season 2. This is like the jam-packed season. It's crazy. Right. For the last time, TJ, your final thoughts on Nova8 before we close.
Final thoughts. Unknown team to me, and I'm really interested to see. I want to correct myself on that. I want Nova8 to perform and say, hang on, like, you don't know about us? Oh, allow us to lead our own introduction. Have a good...
ourselves. Yeah. We are Nova8.
Yeah, and what a fantastic way of doing it against Carrot Judgment, who I've got rated so highly. Like, this is of course, with a league with only 8 teams in it, you have to rate someone first, you have to rate someone last, and it's not personal, but you're just like teams that I rate low. I just want them to, I want to fuel a fire. I want you guys prove me wrong, please. I want to be proved wrong.
Like when we posted the ICO video a couple days back, they were commenting saying, we're going to prove you wrong.
Well, yeah,
and I'm hyped about that.
Said low league, and it's like it's either you. It depends how you take it. It's like
yeah, it is.
Like if you rate a team low and say, oh, you might get a team could go, oh, what's the point? It's like, oh, these guys don't believe in us. Oh, rage typing and everything,
and we've
going
got
really messy.
Or you
can say,
we've got something that stops it. We've already got so. Another thing about our league is we've got an exclusive deal with hi-rez Studios, Skillshare, Evil Mojo Games, whatever you want to call them. We're just going to go with hi-rez. That if you win a match, if you both win, every person on the team gets 50 crystals each. If you win both games, you will get everybody on the. If you win both your set and you take away the 3 points, everybody gets 100 crystals, right? So there's even if you're not going to make top 4, you've still got something to play for. You're gonna win crystals. It's in-game currency. You can buy whatever you want, skins, you name it. So that and all the prize pool that's on grabs and everything else that's there, it's phenomenal.
It is. Yeah, it's that amount of crystals, and also what you get for your placement at the end anyway. So let's say for like 4th place, for instance, you've got the crystal prizing you get from coming 4th, as well as you've got to win a bunch of games to actually get to that 4th place as well. So you've already got how many 100 crystals on top of what you're doing? Like we got a crystal mine going on somewhere. It's
so I got Barrack. Yeah, he's actually he's got this mechanical device that's just mining away. He built it for me. He took one of his turrets apart, one of his spare ones, and like it just shoots at the wall, and the crystals go like this, ping, ping, ping.
I was going to say, he's actually angled it down, and it just keeps on digging.
Yeah, diggy hole, like
But right then. It's like going back to what I said. It's like when you rate it low, it's like you can either take that and be disheartened by it, or actually be motivated by it. And I want to see teams be motivated by it.
That's the same with me. I think like if Nova8 get to a point where they've lost the first 2 weeks, I want them to have a burning fire in them, saying like, "Come on, guys, we can do this." We saw like through last season it affected ICO. They weren't playing at their best, even like at the beginning of the season when they were playing really well and they took a couple of losses. It didn't affect them, but we got to like week 5, week 6, it really did start to show that it was affecting the way they thought about the game and the way they played it. And I hope it doesn't happen this season. Right then, guys, that's it. We're done. That is the roster breakdowns all complete. We've done all 8 teams.
Nova8 out of 8.
Nova8 out of 8. Right, guys, thank you very much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this series. It's been our privilege to bring this to you. So much content creation going out for MLL. And I can actually officially say this is the most content being produced by a league, any league, in the entire Paladin scene. We've got more content going out about MLL than we do have for PPL or we do have for PML. We have same coverage. We've got same amount of teams as PPL. We've got more hype about us because we're on time, we're on schedule. So just a low blow there. Just saying. I'm quite happy about that. We're doing really well, and you know what? I can't wait. It's going to be fantastic. Right, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. We'll see you on match night. It's going to be fun. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Take care.